Welcome to video 36 on Fun with Arduino. We have been creating some stepper motor applications, and a stepper motor does not know where it is after startup, so we need also to have a find zero routine. The case is, however, that Arduino has built-in non-volatile memory, so-called EEPROM memory. We can write bytes to that memory, and after startup we can read out those bytes. So suppose we write the location where we are to EEPROM, then power off, and then the next day we power on, and the first thing we do is to read the EEPROM and find the current position where we are. Yeah, that would be handy, then we do not have to find zero every time. This is what we are going to build. It is not fail-safe. Suppose that during a movement of the motor the power goes down, then obviously we do not know where we are anymore, so then after startup we need to find zero. Or when there's some kind of mechanical failure and we lose steps, then also we need to find zero. But in any normal operation circumstances, this ID should work. We store the location where we are, and after startup we read it out. That's what we are going to have a look at in the software. Let's take the software of the previous video, the turntable control, and see what we need to add. The first thing that we need to add is to include the EEPROM library. And once we have done that, we have a couple of instructions available, like the write to EEPROM instruction or read from EEPROM instruction. So first thing that we are going to do every time that we change position is write the new position. And that is done in the loop. In the loop we have these if statements over here that tell us to which position we want to rotate. And once that rotation is finished, then the final thing that we do now, the new thing, is we write the current position in EEPROM address 0. We only need one byte, so that's only one address that we need over here. Once that is written, we can power down, and then next day we power up, and then in the setup routine there we read that position over here. So that's only one additional line of code. We read where we are, so we again read this address 0, and then we know where we are, and we print a couple of statements because we now want to check first, of course, if the reading of where we are is not according to visually where we are in the physical situation, then obviously something went wrong and we have to find zero first. So these are just a couple of warnings. Please check if the reading over here is consistent with what you see in the reality. And that is all that we have to add to the code, so let's just try it out. Here's our stepper motor again, and I uploaded the code, and the first thing that it does is read the memory, and it tells me that currently it finds that it is at position 2. If that is not correct, then first find 0. Well, let's do that. Let's find 0. Let's make position 1 at 6 o'clock, which should be approximately like this. And this now is position 1. Let's move to position 2 and give it a little bit more speed. And let's go to position 3. And let's, for fun, now reset the Arduino, which means it has been powered off and on, so to speak. And let's see what happens. On the serial monitor it starts up again, and it tells me it's currently at position 3. And I can look here at my application and say, yeah, that exactly is position 3. So without finding 0, I can move to position 1 again. This is how it works. The internal non-volatile memory stores where we are after every move, and after a power down and a new power up, it knows where it is if in between nothing strange happened. Well, this was it about this toy motor. This is of course not a very strong motor. It can only be used for applications that have low mass and friction. If you need something a bit stronger, that's also possible. Over here I have a more powerful stepper motor with an accompanying driver, and that is a NEMA 17 motor, and those are often used in 3D printers or do-it-yourself CNC machines. And this driver has a few nice tricks up its sleeve, and also is more powerful, can deliver more current. So let's have a look in the next video how to drive a motor like this.